Hey, what's going on, guys? This is the NoSpoon podcast. We're back. It's been a while. We did some episodes at the end of last year. It feels like we've been gone for a really long time, but Israel and Palestine is still in the news, so it must not be that long. With me, as usual, is John. How you doing tonight, John?
Doing very well. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. It's been a good weekend. I'm happy to get back to it.
Heck yeah.
So we had some scheduling conflicts, and my computer is actually a toaster. So that's one of the reasons that we've been gone. But hopefully we'll be able to get that knocked out. So
Yeah, without a doubt. We're working on remedying that, so hopefully we'll have a fix here soon. But yeah,
yeah,
I'm excited to be back right in time for the election coming up. So we want to touch on some topics that are tangential to that. One of the things we wanted to touch on was a little bit of the Trump trial. We wanted to go over some of the fundraising that's happened since the Trump trial, some of the things going on with Hunter and his trial as well. Um, and then Trump's sudden change on cryptocurrency. I think that that's interesting with everything going on currently. The TikTok followings of both President 45 and 46, and then also what the heck happened with Joe Biden on stage there on D-Day. Um, so to go with the first article from NBC News here, Trump probation interview set for Monday after hush money conviction. So I don't know if you've been keeping up with the Trump trial and everything that's been going on here, but what are your overall thoughts on everything that's gone down with this?
yeah. So I haven't really paid too much attention on like the mainstream media's coverage, but I have like talked to people like at work and just walking around, and it's like everybody knows that it's just rigged. Even people that hate Trump like know that they're just out to get him, and like this opens a can of worms. Like now, now apparently you can just start criminalizing ex-presidents, and so people are talking about going after Obama and Bush and Bill Clinton, and it's like every single president has committed these crimes, and they're going after Trump for like hush money on a like a business. It's supposed to be like some legal business thing.
Yeah.
Like think of all the things that the presidents in the past have done. Like Obama was droning American citizens. There's so much, and they're going after Trump for like hush. Like it's
Yeah.
just ridiculous.
That
It's ridiculous.
from Cohen's testimony, Trump didn't even know about. Like no one knew about. He took a mortgage out on his house that his wife didn't even know about to pay this
Yeah,
off. So like I don't. The whole thing's just. I think it's just a clown circus, and I think a lot of people are being woken up by this, and the two-tier justice system's insane. Like if we go back through the old stuff like Hillary and BleachBit and
right. The
destroying the
phones,
servers and the
like
phones.
smashing her phone with a hammer, deleting how many emails that she was told not to get rid of, that she was told to hold on to. They were government documents, and she just got rid of them. But this is what they're going after Trump for.
Yeah, and Biden has all the files right next to his Corvette in his house where his son's at and all his
And it
probably
doesn't,
shady friends.
yeah, it just happened. It's pretty early, but it doesn't really seem like it's going well. Like it doesn't seem like it's hurting Donald Trump
No.
in the polls or in support at all. Not
No.
even close. If anything, it's done the opposite.
Yeah, and to
And I think,
piggyback off your point there, let's move on to that next story about the Trump campaign announcing, that they've raised $400 million post conviction. And I know that this isn't all grassroots, like, this isn't all just small donations, that this is a lot of some actually major players donating as well. But that also boosts my hope that some of the richer people in the world are starting to see the light, because this inflation is not transitory like they've been lying to us and telling us, and that it does seem that it's here to stay until we figure some stuff out.
yeah, at this point, like people are starting to realize that politics aside, if your economy crashes, all right, like everything's bad for everyone, whether you're left or right. So you need to have a working economy. You need to have policies that at least make sense and can, can lead to a first world society. Like you can't just go completely in debt and print trillions and trillions of dollars and not have any backing for your currency, and everything becomes worthless.
Yeah, I didn't dig too deep through this article. Do you know if that was a record from the
I think
post-millennium?
so. I think it said that it was a record. It was like less than a week, I want to say, or maybe a little bit over a week. But
Oh,
I mean, that's almost $500 million.
oh yeah, it
Like
looks like Trump was quoted. It says right after this announcement, more campaigns were given to this campaign than any campaign they think in history, almost 400 million. So it does
that
look
sounds
like
like something Trump would do.
yeah.
It was more donations than anyone in history.
I can't wait to just hear just more of
I,
his
I can't wait until the debates.
Yeah,
I'm looking forward to that.
yeah. I don't know
I think a
how
lot of
that's
people are.
gonna go down. Yeah, I think they'll be
Yeah.
backed out of before.
Hopefully Biden doesn't poop himself. More on that
Yeah,
later.
yeah. Circle around, circle
Yeah,
around to
circle
that
back
here.
around, yeah.
And then one of the things I really wanted to touch base on here with the Trump trial going on, and I don't think enough people are really talking about it, is the Hunter Biden trial. That he's been dealing with illegally purchasing the firearm. It sounds like due to chronically being high on crack cocaine. Um, which there is like a box you need to check on a federal gun form saying like
Supposed to tell them
I'm
if
not
you're
addicted
doing crack cocaine.
to drugs like
You're
crack cocaine.
supposed to tell them that.
Yeah. So, and another thing that just like I don't think anyone's really talking about either is that the person who threw the gun into the trash just happens to be his dead brother's widow, who he was having a romantic relationship with. And on top of other things that he was doing with family members that there might be evidence on his laptop of, that probably would get us in a lot of trouble if we talked about. So we'll just kind of glide over that one. But yeah, it seems to be that there is a lot of, we'll say, interpersonal communications going on within the Biden family, when it comes to like the diary that's been found, the laptops that's been found. There seems to be a lot of shenanigans, we'll say, going on.
It's a good way to put it.
Yeah, cleanest way to put it, I believe, that we can say here on YouTube. Yeah, I just find it fascinating that everyone seems really just focused on Trump and this hush money payment that it seems that he knew nothing about when there's this other trial going on with the president's son.
So with the Hunter Biden trial, and then like this has nothing to do with Ukraine, right?
No,
Like
not at all. This is just
Okay,
being
so
high.
that's what I'm saying. Like it doesn't make any sense to me. But okay, we're gonna go after the guns. So it wasn't him that like tossed a gun into a trash can next to a school, right? It was Bo
The widow.
Biden's widowed. Yeah, okay.
Correct. She got nervous because she knew how much drugs he was doing, and then she found it in his truck, and she yeeted it. Yeah, in the garbage.
She yeeted it right in the garbage next to his school.
Yeah, then he got pissed, and then she went back to look for it.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
So
that's a wild story. Talk about, you would think like the Bidens, like that could be a reality TV show.
It's his dead brother's widow. Like, pause.
First of all, this is your dead brother's widow. What's she doing with your gun? All right. Why are there, what's the content on his laptop? Like that needs to be talked about.
Yeah, it really does.
I'm sorry. Like, I don't care. Like, if I understand that it's not like something that is like a positive thing, but it needs to be brought to light, and it's it's not Joe Biden, but it's his son. Obviously, I get tired of saying it, but imagine if it was like Eric Trump or Donald Trump Jr., right? Like,
oh, you're not wrong.
Trump wouldn't even be in the race at that point.
Yeah. No, 100%.
So,
like,
and it's terrible stuff. It's absolutely terrible. Like, it's his niece. It's I
him
don't know.
smoking pipes, asleep on
With,
beds with just pipes
he's
hanging
like
out of his
shaking,
mouth.
he's like shaking guns
Yeah.
at hookers
Yeah.
while he's doing crack,
Yeah.
like on camera.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
And yet we're worried
It's
about Trump's hush money payment
his hush money.
story.
Yeah,
Like, get out of here.
yeah,
It's wild.
right.
Um, but yeah, like that. It's blowing my mind. This is another article from ABC News, just kind of talking about the same thing. And I just wanted to kind of touch base on like a Hunter Biden quote from his book, um, called "Beautiful Things." It was a 2021 memoir here. He goes on to say, and I quote, "I used my superpower of finding crack cocaine anytime, anywhere," Hunter Biden said of the year 2018, the same year he purchased the gun that prosecutors say he lied to get. The audio contained passages in which he spoke about the darkest and most dangerous moments of his addiction, at one point doing cocaine in the bathroom while on a graduation trip with his daughter. So, he goes on to state this in his
Man,
book, and this is he's detailing this in the same year that he bought the gun. So I don't think they're like you're just not doing crack cocaine one day and then you're off of it and buying guns and then you know that's just
that's
not
what
the
they would
way.
have you believe. That's what they would have you believe.
Yeah, so this just seems interesting, and I wanted to show you real quick. I think I found a video of Hunter meeting Joe Rogan.
All right, Ty.
I'm gonna tell you something about me, Joe Rogan, that you might not know. I smoke rocks.
Nope, I apologize. That was actually Tyrone Biggums, and it does
Oh, I
seem
was
that
gonna
he
say,
has the same superpower as Hunter Biden. They're
yeah.
both using their superpower to
I
find
thought
crack.
Hunter looked a little darker in that video. But I thought maybe he was transracial.
Yeah, yeah, you never know nowadays. It's 2024.
Right.
And with the election coming up here soon, one of the things I did really also want to touch base on is Trump pitching himself at that San Francisco tech fundraiser as a crypto president. This is coming from Reuters. Um, and I just found this very interesting. I find it a very good change of pace from what Trump was saying during the last couple of election cycles. He seemed to not necessarily be very trusting of crypto, but I think that with the ETFs of Bitcoin and Ethereum, um, and just all the things that have been happening with it, it does seem to be a lot more of a stable market now. And it does seem that he is willing to hear people out when it comes to crypto, whereas before he was just kind of like saying the same thing that basically the MSM was saying, just like, oh, it's just used for drugs and illegal things. And it's like, so's cash, but we still use it. So here we go.
Right.
Um,
Yeah. I feel like a lot of people, like maybe more like the boomer generation, get confused about crypto or get like scared and nervous about it because it is a digital currency, which I understand the skepticism towards that. But the whole idea is the decentralization and not allowing the government to track it. That's the whole idea. That's why it was kind of, um, you know, it was kind of invented.
yeah, part of that
So
has been neutered with the KYC that's now you have to do when you're buying from exchanges. So that's kind of gotten rid of a lot of the anonymity. But you just can't print Bitcoin. Like there's only so much that's coming out. So it the dollar's just it's broken. So we need to try to figure out some way to at least plug some of the holes that we're going to be facing when it comes to the money printing that the banks have been doing.
yeah, when I first started getting into Bitcoin, I think it was at 18,000 per Bitcoin, and now it's like right around 70,000. So, take that for what it's worth.
Yeah, there was that coffee shop up near where we went to college that was taking Bitcoin when they were $3.50 per cup of coffee. So, yeah, it's come along. It's come a long way, and I'm excited to see with a president backing it how far and what could happen because I'd like to see the tokenization of stocks and things like that. That would help out with some of this insider trading and politic trading that's been happening. It'd all be on the blockchain, and you can verify the stock trades and everything like that. So it'd be very interesting.
Yeah, and you said that when Trump was on the interview with Tim Pool, that he had
Shout out Tim
mentioned
Pool.
that he mentioned he would not like allow a CBDC, which for those who don't know, it's a central bank digital currency, which would be, if you're like worried about digital currencies and the government tracking you, that would be the thing to be concerned about, is basically the government coming out with
They could put whatever rule they wanted. They could literally say, your money expires in 5 years if you don't spend it.
Right. It would be the beginning of a social credit score, basically. You have to be a good citizen to buy this or that, and all that garbage. So
Yep.
Nobody wants that. So
Yep. And then one of the things I found super interesting is, you heard about Trump creating his TikTok after the last USC event.
yeah, I heard. Well, I heard he just started a new one, right?
Yeah, he just started his first TikTok. Yeah.
Okay, it's his new TikTok.
Yeah,
it's his first TikTok.
Yeah, he's at 6 million followers, and his video with Dana White has 123 million views.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm glad he did it with Dana White.
Yeah, me too. And then I wanted to compare that with Joe Biden, who's had this TikTok for quite a while, and he's got 370K followers.
Loser.
Yeah. But, most votes ever.
Right, most popular president ever.
Yeah.
Sure.
And then circling back to the one thing we were kind of making light of before, is we wanted to kind of play this video of D-Day.
Distinguished guests, please welcome the Honorable Lloyd J. Austin.
Absolutely insane. I know what everyone's saying, that it looks like he pooped his pants, which, at first glance I did see the same thing, but then I saw the conflicting reports that he was looking for a chair. But dude, either way, whether he, messed himself or whether he's looking for a non-existent chair on a stage, either way, that's showing, he's
right,
not...
he doesn't know what's going on. Either he's pooping himself or he's looking for a chair that's not there, and there's no reason for him to be looking for that chair because he just walked up there.
Yeah.
So there's, it's not like he's been standing there for such a long time that he forgot or thought, there's no reason. He just got there. And also, if you're looking for a chair, what's with this holding himself near the gut? It looks like his gut hurts. To me in the video, it looks like he defecated himself. I'm sorry. That's
Well, either way, whether he's looking for a non-existent chair on a stage, he just, like you said, he just walked up there. It shouldn't be that hard to remember. There's no chair. I'm here to stand.
He just shook Macron's hand, and he turns to Jill, and then just shut down. Just my bowels just made me go. Sorry. That's cruel. I don't know. How old is he? 77, 78?
I'm not even certain at this point.
Does it seem like the presidents are getting older and older?
It does.
It seems like that. I mean, Trump is almost as old as Biden, but not even close to
But he's still out there golfing. He's running around everywhere.
Right. He's not crapping himself.
Yeah. And he's making fun of Joe for being a Roomba on stage.
Yeah, that's funny.
He knows. We all know.
Right. Yeah.
Trump's still with it. This candidate clearly is not. He wasn't before, and he's definitely not 4 years later.
Even less so now.
Yeah.
I mean, if you thought he was bad when he first got into office, this is bad.
Yeah.
Going back and looking at the inauguration, it's wow, Joe looks good here. This is back when Joe could he could go on for 2 or 3 sentences and then forget what the heck he was saying. But now it's just I don't know, chewing on a primitive pressure.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, interesting time for politics, but I'm excited to be back and glad we're able to cover stuff again.
Yeah, this is good. Hopefully we'll be able, I think we were talking about doing 2 episodes a week, so Stay tuned. Definitely like and share if you guys can, and subscribe to the channels. We'll be on like YouTube and Rumble, and I think we got a TikTok and most of the different social medias. So I think we a lot in a lot of the different social media accounts, the O's are zeros. So NoSpoon is N0SB00N.
Yep, and we just created our Twitter, which is at NoSpoonYT.
So if you can't find us, try that. So, thanks for checking it out, and we'll see you guys here soon.